So hi, my name is Patrick and today I'll be going through the field of hardware engineering and the field that I would love to participate in the future of my career. So first I'm going to do a quick introduction of hardware engineering. So hardware engineering is reliable or relatable in many aspects of today's world, and such include designing, testing, or developing new physical electronics. And these covered fields such as circuit boards, graphics cards, batteries, central processing unit, also known as CPU, and daily technological devices. So another important part of hardware engineering is how it actually involves problem solving and innovation. And to do so, usually engineers are required to analyze and detect failures and find better ways to make the system stronger and much more reliable. So they often run experiments or simulations before they actually put the models into production. And hardware engineering is also beneficial upon advancements in robotics, artificial intelligence, and communication systems. And I've actually gotten to know a lot about hardware engineering throughout the years, especially from grade 8, where I participated in robotics. Grade 9, I participated in CANSAT, same as grade 10. And in grade 11, I'm going to participate in the science fair. So first of all, robotics involves a lot of hardware because you have to deal with soldering boards or sockets. And when you come to CANSAT, where you're building satellites or mini satellites, you have to take care of all the tracking information, which involves physical electronical chips. And I've actually find this field very interesting as it allows me to become more creative and understand more about the future. And next, I'm going to talk a bit about the contributions towards modern society. So, hardware engineering contributes to many aspects of modern life, such as designing and improving physical parts like processors, memory chips, circuit boards that are crucial for the development in the modern world. And overall, hardware engineering makes the devices much faster, much more efficient, which allows cellular devices like AI systems, robots, to perform significantly better. And next is the medical field, but I am probably not planning to dive into the medical field. It's not something I'm very interested in. So, however, I'm still going to talk about hardware engineering. So, hardware engineers are able to create equipment such as for the field of medicine, which involves technologies such as MRI machines, heart rate monitors. So they help us also build other devices like tracking heart rate, oxygen levels, and activity. So this allows better accuracy in treatment and helping save lives by identifying the issue more earlier. And next is transportation. So throughout the years, transportation has been very important. And as a kid, I've loved going on buses, going on trains, or even going on airplanes. But most importantly, owning a car one day. And hardware engineers are able to design systems in public transport, which they're capable of developing like sensors for self-driving cars, or even batteries for electric vehicles. And these contributions makes transportation a lot more faster, safer, and to some extent more efficient towards the environment. And next is why is AI the backbone of hardware engineering? So in many aspects of today's world, AI has become or played a significant role towards our society throughout the years, and it's probably going to grow or spike significantly more throughout the next few years as well. And I would love to talk about AI because AI actually relies a lot on hardware engineering. So first of all, AI itself is very physically limited, and AI requires hardware engineers in a variety of ways, many of which includes the processors take to respond, memory availability, and how much power a system can handle within a task. So if the hardware behind the AI is overly weak or not strong enough, AI will not be able to process large amounts of data or run complex models, which are crucial in the AI revolution. And furthermore, storage limits and overheating also restricts how powerful an AI system can be. So what makes AI possible? So AI is created usually with a combination of fast chips, reliable storage for data, and special hardware like GPU and NPU also plays a significant role because it allows millions of calculations to happen within the same time. And as a result, around 40 to 60% of AI's foundation is made up of hardware engineering, making it a very stable field, unlike software engineers. their jobs are or employment rate has significantly decreased due to the ability of AI, which are able to generate codes themselves. And next is a few of the fields that you could get in if you ever want to become a hardware engineer. So a few of the fields you should consider is the VLSI chip, which is, I'm going to start from the bottom to the top. So VLSI chip design is to create integrated circuits, which contains billions or even millions of transistors in a single chip. And moreover, these chips create the heart of many devices like GPUs, CPUs, and AI accelerators. And VLSI is very important because it determines how powerful and efficient modern computers can become. And next is networking hardware. So networking hardware mainly focuses on physical devices, which by doing so allows systems to communicate between one another, which we've seen very commonly in today's world. A few of the ones that you don't see is routers, servers, or even data-related equipment. It's not something we really consider as much, but it actually plays a significant role in our everyday house. It's kind of a necessity as it can bring us Wi-Fi, it can allow us to go online, and many of which is important for the internet, like computing, communication systems. If there isn't networking hardware, devices will not be able to share data, connect online, or even stream videos or play video games. And next is computer architecture. So computer architecture mainly focuses on how a computer system can be packed and organized inside a device. It usually shows how processors, memory, storage, or input and output devices can work together. So engineers working in this specific field will determine and create the instructions which are later processed and also controlled how data can move inside the system. So a good computer architecture would make computers much faster, a lot more reliable, and will impact the overall performance significantly. And next is hardware engineers career opportunities. So hardware engineers can have many career opportunities because almost every field in today's world involves physical technology. So hardware engineers can become hardware design engineers, electronics engineers, or even embedded system engineers. And these jobs create and test electronic systems for devices like computers, cell phones, and tech products. And next is hardware engineering is also a great choice for the future as the world continues to change. The demand for people who can build these physical systems that power them becomes more crucial, and this need for hardware engineering makes the field a very stable option for the future, and that's one of the major reasons why I would love to pursue in this field. And next is so I've actually know a lot about software engineer as well as hardware engineer. However, I chose hardware engineer over software for many reasons, as the following. I'm going to show you a graph from BLS, Occupational Employment and Wages Statistics. So based on the survey, there's estimated that the hardware engineer in 2021 started from 73,740. However, by 2023, they spiked all the way to 82,660, showing a positive growth in the employment rate as AI continues to develop. And next is for programming engineer. So it started really high in the 2022, where I actually got to learn a lot more about software engineer. It started at 132,740, and throughout the course of the years, it has decreased to 121,200 by 2024. And a few of the reasons that connected me with software engineer was through my coding experience, as I've participated in CSA contest on Java. Java is a coding language, and I'm currently also learning Python. I'm halfway through, as these languages can help me build websites and do other important projects. As talking about websites, I've actually built a website recently powered by Shopify. So it's called bmai.ca, and this website will be likely released somewhere between February and March. So this website is built for a sporting brand company, and I've actually found it very interesting as how these projects could actually benefit me in many ways and learn more about different fields and how it is somewhat related. And next, I'm going to do a quick conclusion on what I've talked about today. So, in conclusion, hardware engineers plays a very significant role in building modern and shaping modern world. So, for technologies, media, transportation, and artificial intelligence, with a wide range of choices and fields and importance, so hardware engineer is a strong career that is very stable in the future. And thank you for listening.